walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening. It's Mr. Darryl Johnson.
Hello, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Emirates FA Cup final. Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. Now, Manchester City, if you remember, of course, won against Manchester United in the FA Cup final back in 2023. But then Crystal Palace lost. But then Manchester City lost last year's final to Manchester United by 2-1. And City went to their third consecutive final. Only this time they're against a club that haven't made the final since 2016, when they did lose to Manchester United by 2-1 in extra time, thanks to Jesse Lingard's goal in the final couple of minutes. Crystal Palace are into their second final in just under a decade, and this is a big thing for Crystal Palace because they have never won the Emirates FA Cup. They've been playing in the FA Cup ever since it first started in 1971, a club that was founded in 1861. Only the professional team itself was founded in 1905, but they were a club originally in the 1860s, just they weren't professional until 1905. But a club that is over 150 years old, older than me dad. Definitely older than me dad by a country mile. I think older than every single one of us watching the stream. 1861 to now is over 160 years, 164 years it's been around, that club. So it's a very, very old club, Crystal Palace, and they were one of the founding members of the FA and also took part in the first ever Emirates FA Cup in 1871 to 1872, which I think was called the FA Challenge Cup or something like that before. But the FA Cup's a very, very old competition. The 154th FA Cup final is coming up today. And who's going to become the champion again? Is it going to be Manchester City again? Or will Crystal Palace finally get a trophy? Will they finally win the FA Cup for the first time in their 160-year history? All will be revealed within the next 25 minutes. So, thank you very much everyone for joining us so far. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Scotty B, but hi above, you said no streams. Yes, no streams today. No, yesterday you asked me, you said any streams, and I said tomorrow. I said tomorrow because I was having the night off. I was out with the family last night at an open mic night, so there was no stream yesterday. But there was going to be a stream today, obviously, with being the FA Cup final. There's a stream tomorrow for the Bundesliga 2. As that reaches the final day, we're doing FC Köln again, because FC Köln will get promoted if they win their game. Or they could also go up as champions if Hamburg struggled to win. If Hamburg failed to win and Köln win, then Köln will win the league. So quite an important game for FC Köln tomorrow. They can go up as well as win the league potentially. And no stream on Monday. Tuesday night we've got... I've managed to get DAZN, so I can now watch the National League. About 19 quid a month, but I'm not. They've done a deal to this month. You can watch it for £9 a month for this month, because obviously, so you can watch the National League playoffs and stuff. So I'm doing that, but then obviously I'll cancel the subscription until we get towards the start of the new season. Then I might see a few more National League streams next season. We've got the York City game against Oldham coming up on Tuesday night. Wednesday night, the UEFA Europa League final, and then I'm off to Edinburgh. Won't be back in time for the Championship playoffs, so I won't be doing that final, but I'll be doing the League 1 and League 2 final on the Sunday and Monday. And then obviously Conference League final on the Wednesday night, and Champions League on the 31st. So, and that pretty much wraps up the season. And then obviously in June went to the international break with the Nations League finals with Germany playing in them. Hopefully Germany will win, and England obviously playing a friendly against Senegal, and I think they might be playing again. I think they're playing against Andorra as well. So internationals, and then that's it really. And then there's just literally pretty much nothing else happening other than the darts, the World Cup of darts and stuff. So the channel will be pretty much dead in June, July, because there'll be literally nothing going on. So the channel will be dead until next season pretty much. But there you go. Sam Pinder in the live chat, thanks for joining us. 2-1 Palace. I wish Palace win, but I reckon 3-2 City. Come on Palace, says Joel Jumping. Yeah, I agree. 2 votes on the poll so far, by the way. Get involved in the live poll. Who's going to be the FA Cup champions this year? Crystal Palace or Manchester City? You let us know in the live poll. 2 votes so far, 1 vote each. We'll give you one through the lineups in a couple of minutes, of course. The two managers have finally decided what lineups they're going to put out. But I can definitely tell you that Omar Mamouche and Erling Haaland, 2 of Manchester City's great strikers at the moment, and informed strikers, are playing. They are both starting. But also England's Eberechi Eze, as well as, don't forget, of course, from Crystal Palace, as Jean-Philippe Mateta is also starting. And in my opinion, one of the underrated defenders this season, Maxime Lacroix, is also starting for Crystal Palace. But we'll give you a run through the lineups in due course. Get involved in live chat, by the way. Thanks to Harvey for this brilliant overlay, by the way, I must say, ladies and gentlemen, because he's actually done well. He's actually managed to get Wembley in the background as well. I mean, you can probably just about see it. It is very faint. He said it was very faint, but you can work out Wembley in the background, which I think is excellent. So thanks to Harvey for that. Excellent as always. Never lets me down. unless obviously he decides to go out last minute and he can't do the thumbnail. But very rarely lets me down, so he's a good lad. But 3-0 Nabby, lovely. We're going to go through the lineups very shortly, but first of all, anyone who does any betting, by the way, here's a few bet boosts that you could potentially put on Bet365 if you do betting. Of course, other betting sites are available. Now, I won't be doing a bet on this. Manchester City 5-6, Palace 3-1, a draw is 29-10. To win the trophy in extra time, Palace 16-1, Man City 9-1, penalty shootout 12-1 for both of them. Very, very unlikely that it's going to go to extra time, I think, anyway, because I think Man City will win this 3-1. But I see Palace definitely scoring. Let's have a look. What have they got on the bet boosts? There's a super boost, 2-1. Haaland and Eze to have a shot on target. Mateta to score a header 10-1. De Bruyne to score outside the box 9-1. De Bruyne to get a shot on target and an assist, and City to win the trophies 5-1. Haaland, Mateta both to have 2 shots on target, both teams to score 11-1. That seems quite reasonable. Palace to lift the trophy and Sarr and Eze to have a shot on target 9-1. 3 corners for City, 3 corners for Palace, 2 cards for both teams is 5-1. Eze and De Bruyne to both have a shot on target from outside the box 6-1. Fair enough. Blimey, Mainz have equalised against Leverkusen. What has happened to Bayer Leverkusen this year? Fairs. Fair enough. Good. Excellent. Right, we're looking forward to this final. This should be a good one. Hello, mate. Here we go, down to business. Hello, the son of North Ormsby bank robber. You've just made that shit up, mate. It has nothing to do with him. Predictions 1-1, Pals to win on pens, good. What's all these videos circulating of Daddy holding the bank hostage? It's you doing all the shit editing, mate, so don't even go about that. Where is Mamma Mia? She's with her family now. She's always with. She goes home on Thursday, and then comes back here on Sunday. So sometimes she's here, sometimes she isn't. Never knew it was me. Well, it's either you or someone else has done it. It's got nothing to do with that. Also, it's dreadful editing, by the way, those videos, because Dad's head's not. When you've put Dad's head on it, it's not even moving. Someone's head's moving behind that, so you can tell it's not good editing. It's not being edited very well, I'm afraid. I do normally credit you for the for some of the editing, but no. Yeah, well, it was because you've got as a clip from a different TV show or film or something, and then you just put Dad's head on top of it. I know what people are like these days. It takes a lot to fool me. Right, in the meantime, Erling Haaland, 41 games assists in 24-25 for Manchester City, total of 30 goals. And obviously not as good as the other seasons. He's not done as well this season as he did in past seasons, obviously. Still has an average of 0.73 goals per game. And obviously in his first season, 52 and 53 for Manchester City. Fans love the Daddy. I appreciate that. I love Daddy as well. I love my Daddy as well. He's a comical guy. But when he's in pain, you don't want to see him when he's in pain, because it's not nice to see people in pain, to be fair. But I will let you know that he's doing all right. We enjoyed the open mic night. It was quite nice to get out and do stuff. Actually, we quite enjoyed it. But he's still struggling. He's still struggling with his knee a little bit, but he's on the mend. He's doing well at the moment, so that's all good news, isn't it? Right, do us a favour, everyone, drop us a like on the stream, by the way. Get involved in live chat, get involved in live poll. And we're going to go through the lineups with our good friend Mr. Darryl Johnson. But first, before we pass over to him, let's have a look at today's officials. Right, match officials for today's game, ladies and gentlemen. The referee today is Stuart Atwell. Assistant referees Adam Nunn and Dan Wabatan. The fourth official today is Darren England, and VAR is in operation in the FA Cup final. On VAR today is Jared Gillett alongside his assistant Darren Cann. Time for today's two teams with Darryl Johnson. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to today's game. Manchester City's lineup looks like this. For Manchester City in goal is number 18, Stefan Ortega. Number 3, Ruben Diaz. Number 7, Omar Mamouche. Number 9, Erling Haaland. Number 11, Jeremy Doku. Number 17, the captain Kevin De Bruyne. Number 20, Bernardo Silva. Number 24, Josko Gvardiol. Number 25, Manuel Akanji. Number 26 is Savinho. And number 75, Nico O'Reilly. Sorry, 2 seconds. Right. And the subs for Manchester City today: goalkeeper number 31, Ederson. Number 10, Jack Grealish. Number 14 is Nico. Number 19, Ilkay Gundogan. Number 22, Vitor Reis. Number 27, Matheus Nunes. Number 30, Claudio Echeverri. Number 45, Abdulkadir Kashanov. And finally, number 47, Phil Foden. Crystal Palace line up like this. In goal is number 1, Dean Henderson. Number 3, Tyreek Mitchell. Number 5, Maxence Lacroix. Number 6, the captain, Mark Gay. Number 7, Ismail Assar. Number 10, Eberechi Eze. Number 12, Daniel Munoz. Number 14, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Number 18, Daichi Kamada. Number 20 is Adam Wharton. Number 26, Chris Richards. And the subs for Crystal Palace today: the goalkeeper number 30, Matt Turner. Number 2, Joel Ward. Number 8, Jefferson Lerma. Number 9, Eddie Nketiah. 17, Nathaniel Klein. Number 21, Romain Eze. Number 25, Ben Chilwell. And last but not least, number 55, Justin Devaney. And let's pass back over to your host for today. Right. 2 very, very strong lineups indeed. Max Lacroix playing centre-back alongside Richards and Gay. Very decent defensive partnership. Now, in the game against Aston Villa, they were absolutely magnificent. They were superb against Aston Villa. They played Aston Villa off the park, scored some brilliant goals. Ismail Assar with some good goals. Also, let's not forget that obviously the likes of Eberechi Eze, he is such a great player. Eberechi Eze and Sarr as the 2 10s are just brilliant. They're brilliant. I think they're going to cause many problems to Manchester City. Now, the only thing for Crystal Palace this season against Manchester City is they've not beaten them. Palace haven't beaten Manchester City since 2021. Which was, I'm pretty sure, when... Okay, no, it was when Sahar and Gallagher scored at the Etihad. It's been a long time. Peter, we'll get rid of that, because that's all fake bollocks. And he's not 65, so you can't even get his year right. That's embarrassing. Oh, Harry Kane scored now. Right, kickoff is coming up very shortly. I think they're doing. Are they doing the Abide with me. It's abide with me. Yeah, well, we'll get rid of all that because no one wants to see all that fake bollocks. You don't need to put fake shit like that in the live chat, mate. Balloons and flags getting waved by the Palace fans. City have a few flags of their own, of course. I think there's a flag on every seat. It's an article, I'm just asking. It's a fake article, so don't believe that bollocks. Especially if you can't pronounce, especially if you can't spell its name properly, or can't spell name properly, and you can't, you can't even bloody get his age right. Dun, dun. Glad all over, yes I'm glad. Glad all over, baby I'm You said there's no bank. Well, no, there isn't a bank there either. Not in North Holmesby anymore. There used to be one in North Holmesby, there isn't anymore. So that, yeah. Well, of course it's fake. You know it's fake. What's B happening? Oh, it's just people making shit up. I don't know which bit this is. Oh, right, you did that bit. I wonder which bit it was on. Yeah, Abide With Me is the song that they always play at the FA Cup finals. Abide with me. Cross before my closing eyes. Shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's faint shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me. Such a great song. It's such a good song. Right, here we go. Well, yeah, because it's all fake shit, mate. You're making me dad. You're making it sound like my dad's a bad person, and he's not. There's nothing that my dad's done. So, you know, people shouldn't make up bullshit. Don't make up bullshit. Man City, you've actually got a T4. That's a bloody rarity. I forgot they knew what T4s were. Yeah, because people are making up bullshit, making people think that. It's got nothing to do with him.
Yeah, you gradually change your mind. Yeah, I was quite confident on City, but
Here we go.
Palace might nick it. They might do, and if they do, of course, it'll be the first trophy in their history. And if Manchester City do it, it'll be
Here we go. Here come the teams. It's Crystal Palace and Manchester City. Here we go. People keep going on about the wedding. Well, don't talk about the wedding because it's got nothing to do with yours. And at the moment, it'll be years. It'll be years before we even do that. So we ain't doing it anytime soon. It'll be a good couple of years before that even happens. So that's staying on to be confirmed because it's got nothing. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone knows what's going on, to be fair. So. Well, I'll have to wait to even announce anything. Plus, also, weddings are quite private. So if you think I'm streaming a wedding when that actually happens, you can think again. No one's going to see the actual wedding other than the people that are there, because weddings are quite private things. We're not the bloody king and queen. Yeah, but you shouldn't be saying things like robbing banks. Weddings don't have to be pricey. If anything, that will go. To be honest, if anything, me will probably go for the cheaper option, registry office. We'd probably just go for the registry office. It's a lot cheaper. Because we won't be able to afford massive weddings at churches and stuff. Won't be able to afford that. We know that. But no one else needs to know anything about it because it's not going to be for years. Well, they will. They will, because they know that we don't have a lot of money. Yeah, but they know that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's up to us. It's our wedding, not theirs. They're not getting a choice. They don't get a choice in the matter. Right. Prince William Noyes. Just doing all the pre-match stuff. City fans there waving their sky blue and white flags. Whilst Palace are waving their blue and red flags. People say Wembley has strict security problems on both sides, yeah. No, Marco. It's just some bullshit that people have been making up. It's got nothing to do with me or him. It's got nothing to do with him. Everyone knows that there's nothing that my dad would do like that. He's not the sort of person to do that. Palace have the better T4. Of course they do. Oh, here we go. Time for national anthem. Our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Yeah, it's all bullshit. I'm surprised you sing this anthem with what the royal family let happen to your country, just my opinion. If you don't sing your own national anthem, then you're beyond stupid. Let's be honest. So that's just Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans boo their own national anthem. Hence why nobody likes Liverpool fans. Anyone that doesn't sing their own country's national anthem is just brainless. I don't think that's very much doubt that's likely to happen. Mia said this before many Mia has said this many times before to people that getting engaged is the best thing she's ever done. This is the best thing she's ever done in her life. Because her life was, she was saying her life was shit before that happened, so... How do you think Britain will do at Eurovision? Shite, because of how bad we always are. Mamma Mia's family won't allow it. Because you're not wealthy enough. They're not that well. They're not wealthy either, mate. They're not wealthy. All Palace today out meat. Yes, please. Can't stand that shit. That's why I say Bangwell's got to be. Oh, Scotty likes to just believe what he's... Scotty likes believing what people create online. People create bullshit online, and then he just tries to believe everything. I think people are just doing it to try and piss me off. But that's because they're all twats that do that. Bournemouth need a City win. Well, sorry, Sam McNeil, but I hope City get fucking beat. I can't stand them. No, he's not the sort of person to do that. So you can stop making up those. You can stop making up bullshit. So we can stop going on about it. I don't want the whole stream to be talking. I don't want to be talking about all these fake rumours all fucking stream. Who should have more respect for your family, parents? Just what? Who should? If you're on about Scotty, then fair enough. As I hate Man City, they can suck on this. Or as Mark Gorbridge says, swivel on it. You're right, but in this world, just get on with it. Just get on with it. It's a rumour that's completely false. My dad, I know for a fact that my dad wouldn't appreciate. If I told me dad what was going on, he wouldn't appreciate it. He wouldn't appreciate it. I tell you, you would lose a lot of us. People in the stream would lose a lot of respect from my dad. My dad would not respect the stream doing that. So, if you want to lose me and my dad's respect for you, then shut up. Then just keep going. Otherwise, shut up. Time for the game. Let's have a look at Crystal Palace's starting 11. In goal is number 1, Dean Henderson. Number 3, Tyreek Mitchell. Number 5, Maxence Lacroix. The final is underway. Captain is number 6, Mark A. Number 7, Ismail Assar. 10, Eberechi Eze. Number 12, Daniel Munoz. Number 14, Jean-Philippe Mateta. 18, Daichi Kamada. 20 is Adam Wharton. 26, Chris Richards. Gvardiol's down already after 20 seconds. Man City's lineup. Number 18, Stefan Ortega. Number 3, Ruben Diaz. Number 7, Omar Mamouche. Number 9, Erling Haaland. 11, Jeremy Doku. 17, Kevin De Bruyne. 20, Bernardo Silva. 24, Josko Gvardiol. 25, Manuel Akanji. 26, Savinho. 75, Nico O'Reilly. I wouldn't say it's a weak team, but that, like... I mean, obviously, Ortega... I mean, you've got to remember that they always change the team in the FA Cup. Stefan Ortega is always the goalkeeper for Man City in the FA Cup. Nico O'Reilly has been a really good upcoming player for Manchester City this season as well. But I wouldn't say it's that weak. I wouldn't say it's a particularly weak team because I think it's still a very strong team. You've got Ruben Diaz in there. You've got Josko Gvardiol. You've got Erling Haaland, Omar Mamouche, Kevin De Bruyne. You know, Gundogan's obviously on the bench. You know, I think it still is a fairly strong team. Yeah, it's not the strongest team they could have, but it is still a strong team. And it's the sort of team that they do normally play in FA Cup games. So, there you go.
What a season he's had. His breakthrough season with the first team squad.
Been weak all season. Yeah.
Only just back to fitness. He's had a month out. Most on the City playing staff have been laid out at some stage or another. Ruben Diaz.
No.
Handing it to Savinho. Akanji.
I think those that have joined us so far. So we are almost 3 minutes into this final so far. Palace 0, City 0. City in their home kit and Palace also in their home kit. It's blue and white versus blue and red. And it's the blue and red side that we're hoping will win today. They've never won it, Crystal Palace. They're a team that were founded in 1861. But the professional side was not formed until 1905. Yet this is a club that played in the first ever FA Cup in 1871, and ever since then, 164 years on since they were founded, they still have not won a trophy, a major trophy. This will be their first major trophy if they can win it. And Palace are also a team in form, as Sam Pinder has just said in the live chat. For people in the Discord predictions, by the way, on my Discord predictions, the predictions will be announced later. The results will be announced later on. I don't know what the last game is of the day, but I assume it will be in the Liga. So it's all important time for people to get results now because the Bundesliga has just finished fully for this season. That's all done. The Scottish Premiership's finished. Obviously, this game will finish as well, and then I think all the League One games are at 8 o'clock kickoff, I think. So, if they're all 8 o'clock kickoffs, we'll be waiting a while. Yeah, they're all 8 o'clock kickoffs, so it'll be probably about 10:30 when I get the results all done for you all. Scottish Prem finishes tomorrow. Oh, yeah, no, sorry, there was some games today. There was a few games today, wasn't there? Some games today and some games tomorrow, and then that's it. But anyway, it's the final weekend of some of the European leagues, and then next weekend's the final weekend of the Premier League, and I think the final weekend of the Premier League next week, and the final weekend of one of the other leagues, which I know. 5th. Oh, there's also the player final for Charlton as well, which I will add into the thing. June 11. Final day of the La Liga as well in the Serie A. So sort of. Or do I just not put the player final in? I've got all 10 Premier League games. And then what should I do? 3 La Liga, 3 Serie A, or should I do the player final and then just 5 La Liga games? Or 5 Serie A? I'll decide what to do. I'll decide what to do later. Dynamo Dresden, my team promote this afternoon. Oh, are you from Germany, like? You should have said I speak a little bit of German. Ich spreche ein bisschen. Oh, sugar. Sorry, that's. Ich spreche ein bisschen bisschen Deutsch. What am I talking about? I can't get these bloody words right. Ich spreche ein. Hang on, I'm saying it in Dutch for some bloody reason. Because I'm learning Dutch at the same time with other languages. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. There you go. I'll get it right. This is what happens when you learn a different language at the same time. You get really confused. Sprichst du Deutsch? Dynamo Dresden. Ein fantastisch Verein. In the box from the Man City corner, headed away. It was a good save from that attempt, by the way. It was Haaland trying to latch onto it, and then well saved by Dean Henderson. But the corner in the end comes to absolutely nothing. What is that guy doing? Palace win today. They'll also play in Europe for the first time in history. Yeah, it would be excellent. Oh dear. Dean Henderson makes a bit of a mistake and it's out for a corner. Oh dear. He decided to come for it. Grabbed it, but then... dear. Marco's put, that's good. Ja, danke. Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutschland, ein bisschen Deutsch, aber mein Deutsch ist nicht perfekt, aber es ist gut. Good at away. Flanker. Low cross. Oh. Ja, ich bin glücklich für Dynamo Dresden. Ein fantastischer Verein. So, ja, das ist sehr gut. Das ist sehr gut. So, gut gemacht. Diaz was looking to go for a shot and then decided not to. Ruben Diaz trying to shoot from 25 yards. I don't think that would ever happen. Not the sort of person. Wo kommst du in Deutschland then? If I'm playing Newcastle, would you go on New End? I doubt I'd be able to get a. I doubt I'd be able to get a ticket, mate. I very much doubt I'd manage to get a ticket because buying away tickets are impossible to get because it's all memberships only. It's all you have to be memberships now. You have to be membered normally to do it. It's all mainly members, which would be very difficult to do. But you know what's going to happen though is there will be Bayern fans sitting in the home end in Newcastle because that does happen. Do you not have a contact? Yeah, but he doesn't. Yeah, but he tends to. If there's a Bayern game in England, then he will get tickets. I'll see if I mean I could try, but it also depends on when it is. But I don't know. I am hoping to do a game at Newcastle, obviously in the away end. I'm not sitting with the Geordies. Newcastle sell out the home end. Yeah, but there's always been. You find with German fans do sit in the home end because in Germany, I think England's the only country that actually really properly separates them. You do in Europe, you get a lot of away fans sitting in the home end. You get it a lot certainly in Germany. Germany, the home and away fans are normally you have the away section, but there's always away fans mixing in with the home fans. It happens a lot. I've seen it in person. There was Rangers fans in the home end at Old Trafford. Yes, and that did not go down very well at all. Because in England, it's not allowed. It's not allowed in England. It's not allowed in England. But if that was in Germany, it'd be accepted. They don't care in Germany. As long as they're not causing problems and fighting, etc., then they're not too worried about it. But England fans do tend to fight against each other. There is a lot of... certainly when it's England-Scotland, there is always fights. So great stuff for Man City. The Palace fans, the Palace Ultras, have all come dressed as Girl Scouts. Because they're all wearing small skirts. Whoever came up with that idea... God, it's terrible. Oh, there's the header. Oh, what a save by Dean Henderson. Now Palace need to get it away. Oh, there's just Fumbi clear straight to Guardiola, who doesn't exactly control the ball that well. Tries to control it with his foot, didn't really manage it. It's a great header from Josko Guardiola. He's good in the air, him. Very good in the air. So Palace have to be aware. When City have corners, it's normally going to go straight to them. Are they promoting the Women's Nations League? Oh, yeah.
Last weekend, against Southampton rather, last weekend in the Premier League. City only forced 4 saves from Aaron Ramsdale all game.
Oh, yeah.
Ruben Diaz.
Oh, goal kick, surely. Goal kick.
But there's another touchback of
I'm saying it won't happen. Newcastle sell out the home tickets. Oh, yeah, well, Newcastle, to be truthfully honest, Newcastle have a very good fan base. Newcastle have a very good fan base, even though we can't stand them, as much as I hate Newcastle. Well, to be fair, the actual city itself isn't bad. The city itself's good. But as much as we hate Newcastle fans, they do have one of the best fan bases in the Premier League. You've just got to accept it, unfortunately. Them versus Leeds next season. That's going to be tasty, isn't it? Newcastle against Leeds. Scum derby. Oh, what a cross. Good header. That was miles off. I wonder what Darryl Johnson thinks about that.
Well, that was absolutely cack.
What a dreadful header. Oh my god. Could do Leeds versus Man U in the away end. You're joking, aren't you? You're joking, mate. Leeds versus Manchester United. Be the most dangerous game I'd ever been to. United fans get attacked every time by Leeds fans. Way too dangerous. I almost got caught in a bloody fight when Borough played against Leeds. I was just minding my business, walking along, and then these Leeds fans start fighting with Borough fans, and I almost got caught in it. I managed to move away. Leeds are dangerous. They're dangerous, especially when it's a rivalry. And Man United, Leeds versus Man United, is far too dangerous. It's far too dangerous. Because there's always fights, there's always stabs, and you bloody name it. I'd be lucky to get out of Leeds alive. Let's be honest for that. I had enough fun trying to bloody wars this derby super underrated. Oh yeah, well I know that, but it's very dangerous. It's a dangerous thing to do. Dangerous game. See, dangerous games like that. Plus, United tickets are expensive. It's expensive a Premier League tickets these days. You might get one Premier League game next season if I'm lucky. If I can afford it next season, I might get one Premier League game in next season. Might not be for United, but it might be just a neutral one. There's a lot of grounds I want to tick off. There's Bradford and Donny that I want to do with the Plymouth boys, because they said, which games do you want to do with us next season? I said, well, the nearest ones to me are Bradford and Doncaster, to be truthfully honest. Bradford's are good. Away ticket cap £30. Oh yeah, Man United home tickets are anything from 66 to 112, or something silly like that. Shouldn't be charging over 66 to 100 quid for one ticket in the Premier League. It's just ridiculous prices. Well, they've been under the cost, Palace, and they're finally working their way out. Here they come forward. First attack of the game for them. Munoz into the penalty area. It's in! Crystal Palace have scored with the first attack of the game. Yes! Goal for Crystal Palace! The goal scorer for Crystal Palace, number 10, Emirates Izzy! Yes! One attack, one goal. Get in, Izzy! Yes! Their first attack of the game and they've scored! Muniz into the penalty area. Izzy! Bang! 1-0. Have some of that, City. Get in. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Get in there. Yes. Get in there. Get the fuck in.
Oliver Glasner had planned it this way.
Perfect start.
What a run of form.
I know this is bad for Sam McNeil, sorry, but this is...
He's just scored on the greatest stage.
Looks like another underdog story. Are they going to do what Wigan did, by the way, and beat Manchester City in the final for the first ever trophy?
Never mind the possession. What
Because Wigan did it in 2013. First ever FA Cup title. Bang. And they won it against City. The Crystal Palace fans are jumping for joy. That side of the stadium is shaken.
But they really broke on Manchester City with
Goodness me.
impressive. That's what they're all about. That's why they don't need to kick much of the ball. Because they've got the quality up front who can hurt you. Here's Josko Guardiola.
Unfortunately, Sam McNeil, Bournemouth only have themselves to blame.
Moosh. Now Dockett.
Bit of a poor end to the season, and it's cost them.
Small to start the job again.
They haven't had a great end to the season, and that's what's cost them big time, to be fair.
Mamouche and Richards.
Yes, come on.
That was the first time that Crystal Palace could do what they wanted to do because of the pressure of Man City. They were able to knock it long and Mateta.
Brilliant for everyone other than Bournemouth and Brentford fans.
Wait for someone to run off him. And we know
Yeah, well,
Muniz, absolutely fantastic.
got nothing to do with Brentford. Brentford aren't in the European spot. Who else can come eighth? Maybe Fulham.
Talk about too much in the build-up. We have plenty this season.
So Palace head into the Europa League as it stands.
It's like a greyhound of the tracks.
It's 8 up for grabs.
He just doesn't stop. And he's going to do it all afternoon. He really is.
Well, who's still in the running for 8th place?
A little bit angsty. Just outside that Palace penalty area.
Who's still in the running for 8th?
Munoz stopped by Guardiola. Walton tries to find the pass. He's found it. Mitchell to Eze. Kamada with a forward dart. Ball into the
Oh,
Mateta.
come on.
Back Eze.
Go on.
Now Munoz.
Munoz. Back in.
In again. And
Ah! Oh. 2 shots, both on target.
same again.
So,
Breaking forward.
is it 8th place now? Oh, so Bournemouth are still in it. Bournemouth are still in it. They can't finish.
Munoz down the right-hand side. We've said it this time.
Oh, they've got Man City next. Ah. Oh dear.
Savinho here is claiming that he's been unfair.
Bournemouth can still potentially... They can still finish 8th, but they can't finish 7th.
For giving them great width and such a clever goal.
Brighton and Brentford, Bournemouth,
Past the goalkeeper on this occasion. He tries to flick it.
Fulham and Palace are the teams still in it.
Enough warnings, haven't they? Just look at those scenes. It's a
And Fulham play Brentford next. That's a big game.
waves and waves of
Bournemouth against City away. Oh dear. Yeah. Europe is 8th and 9th if Man City win and Spurs and Man U. 9th won't get Europe, 8th won't get Europe unless City win today.
tidied up and play it back to Ortega.
So you're looking at 7th place. Well, if City don't win today, it's game over then, because that's
Couple of notes of caution for
Palace in the Europa League, and yeah, that'll be that for Bournemouth.
battles against the different opposition from Man
Unfortunately, though, unfortunately, McNeil, they've only got themselves to blame.
One from being 1-0 down in 3 of the last
They had that European spot in their hands, and then all of a sudden, straight down because they've bottled it.
Never mind the stats.
Whoever wins the Europa League gets Champions League. But yes, that's normally how it works. That's going to be a big game that on Wednesday.
Corners. It's the goal.
Nervous for that one, to be fair.
It was an impressive one.
That'll be the first United stream of 2025. That, and mainly because it's Europa League final. Because I'd have been doing the Europa League final anyway.
Ruben Diaz.
Well, she's busy. She's at Scope today.
Doku.
9 and 8 get it if City win. 8th gets Europe at 9th as well. I'm not sure. 8th might get it if Chelsea win the Conference League. We don't know. To be fair, to be truthfully honest, I don't think anyone knows what's going on nowadays, do we? No one knows what's going on. Ever since we got that 5th Champions League spot, all the English teams are in Europa League and Conference League finals. Man City are losing to Palace at the moment. I don't think anyone knows what's going on, to be honest, but we'll have to find out in due course, because, to be truthfully honest, it confuses me anyway. She always sends me messages, so I thought it'd be nice to join someone back. She's busy. She's busy at the moment, though. She's busy today, so she probably won't message today. Or she might message tonight, I don't know. Oh, here they come again, Palace. And Munoz again. On the right. Into the centre. Oh, it's gone past everyone. Gone to the left-hand side. Ebreche Eze on the ball. Walking pace against Manuel Akanji. Savinho and Akanji. Trying to keep Eze quiet. But Eze's already put his mark on the game. 17% possession Crystal Palace have had. You can have all the possession in the world, but if you can't make it count, you're not winning. You can have 10% possession and still win. It's happened before. Depends how you defend. Haaland's running through. Oh, he got there ahead of Dean Henderson, but ended up taking it wide. Mamouche. Well done. Where's the family? Oh, they're all downstairs. First of FA Cup winner and EFL Cup winner, but if the Cup winners are already in European spot, it passes down, plus the extra spot for coefficient and then Europa League winner. Right. Okay. Do any Deutsch streams, please? I'm doing the Bundesliga try tomorrow, the final day of the season, and FC Köln against Kaiserslautern. Köln win. They get promoted back to the Bundesliga. The Nations League takes place in June, and that will be featured. If I'm available, I should be available. Then I should be doing. If I'm available, should be. Then we'll be doing that.
A possible goal-scoring opportunity for City with that. See where the defenders are that are running back from goal.
Was it outside the box?
Because there's one defender there, isn't it? It is being looked at by VAR. He is going away from goal as well, isn't he? There's no doubt that Henderson touches that with his hand up. I think you're right. The presence of Lacroix in particular might just save Dean Henderson, but Stuart Eccles going for water. I thought he was going to the monitor for a moment. I think the defender's there. There's absolutely, it's clear to me that he's actually going away from goal as well, isn't he?
The chicken.
Still looking at it.
The question is, does Dean Henderson handle the ball when the ball? Is he handing the ball inside the penalty area or is it outside? Because if it's outside the box, then Dean Henderson is in trouble here. It's on BBC iPlayer because it's against a UK country. Would you consider streaming Germany v Northern Ireland? Oh yeah, we'll be doing. I'm still doing the European ones. The internationals, yeah. Although it depends when in September, because I'm normally on holiday during the international break. I'm always on holiday in the September international break. Nothing given, so there you go. VAR decision. No pen. And no card for Dean Henderson. What's the famous dinner? I haven't had any. I had some lemon curd on toast earlier on. That's pretty much all I've had. Wow.
The referee was only 5 or 6 yards away and had a clear view of that. I mean, the Man City fans don't agree with him, and certainly the players don't either. And I'll probably agree with him having another look at that. There's no way that's a free kick. He's trying to con the referee. A warm day is getting hotter in the middle.
You're telling me it's getting hot. It's getting warm here. Didn't touch him at all. Oh no, that wasn't a foul. Then he fouled my ass. Go on. Ah. No, that wasn't a foul. The handball was a bit interesting.
So when Man City go
You're a little bit lucky, but I thought it.
Because of the strength of Mateta, that it's not a problem to Man City to Crystal Palace to knock that ball up long to him. He doesn't.
South American streams.
They have to try and protect and sit someone in front.
South American streams, but the problem with South America streams is the kickoff times are. It's weird kickoff times, mate. Some of the kickoff games, like some of the kickoff times in South America are like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning because of the massive time gap. So that is not happening. The World Cup 2026, I'll be surprised if I can do any of them. Certainly won't be doing the night games because I won't be streaming it. I'm not streaming at midnight. No chance. Yeah, but it's never going to happen, mate. I'm not streaming it. I'm not streaming midnight onwards. No chance. He's not done a Nick Pope against Liverpool. That was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. North American Champions League final kicks off at 2 a.m. Yeah, no chance. Ball was inside the box. Yeah, I thought it was inside the box, but people are saying he's lucky. I wasn't sure what to really say about it. I don't care if it's been spoken about. It's not happening. I've already said this. It's not happening. So you can stop going on about it. I feel like I feel like a fucking parrot. Really repeating myself every 5 seconds. It's not happening. So, not a chance. I'm not going to bed at 3 o'clock in the bloody morning. I go about midnight and that's about it. Sometimes early, it depends. 10 p.m. stream. I can, but I would have to be quiet. I'd have to be quiet after 11 o'clock because next door neighbours have got young kids. I can't be making loads of noise after like 10:30, 11 o'clock. When I'm on the darts, we're only on the darts till maximum 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, I would have to be rather quiet, so it would be very difficult. Well, not really, but my mum and dad would hear me, so if it's woke up, the kids will be up anyway. I very much doubt it. They were only like 5 or 6 years old or something, the next door neighbours' kids. One of them is, I think they're not long ago got a new baby as well. So, yeah. It's difficult. If this was a detached house and we had no neighbours attached to us, yeah, I don't think it would have been it wouldn't be a problem, but yeah, I can't. I was allowed to stay for the Brazil World Cup. I wasn't. What are you doing? No, I wasn't staying. I didn't stay for the Brazil World Cup. And England's game kicked off about bloody 11 o'clock or something silly. And I was in bed, so.
Trickery and skill that Doku has. And as yet, it's all shimmy and no shine. Yeah, it's from both sides.
Well, you're lucky then. That's your family are different to mine. When I was in school, when I was going to school, I was in bed from 9:30, around that time, and then up at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. 2014, how old were you? It was in June, July, wasn't it? So it was before my birthday, the World Cup. So I'd have only been 11 when the World Cup was on. I was about 11 when that was on. I was very young though. But when you were plus, when I was younger, I never focused very well without loads of sleep anyway. Thing with me and my family, we always stick to routine. See, these nowadays I go to bed between midnight and like 1 o'clock, and I always stick to that because I don't like changing my routine around. So we just stuck with the routine every time. That's just how we do it. When you're autistic, you like routine. You don't want to be changing the routine up all the time. That's a pen. Yeah, Stuart Atwell eventually gives it. Took ages to give that. It was a pen. It's a definite penalty. Why did he take so long to give that? Why did he take so long to give that as a penalty? Fair enough, everyone's different. How the hell does he take that long to give the penalty? It's a definite pen. It's a penalty, Man City. It is going to VAR though. I think it's a definite pen. It's a penalty any day of the week. He takes the touch, player gets nowhere near the ball and gets the man. I don't know why they're taking so long to check it. As far as I know, it's definitely... I think it's a definite pen. Nah, does he get anywhere near that ball? I don't think he gets anywhere near it. Oh! I don't think he does. I don't think he does get the ball, to be fair. And it is a pen. Yeah. I did say it was a pen immediately when I saw it. VAR check complete. Decision penalty, Manchester City. I did think it was a pen. That's about it. Mark Always not complaining about a pen. Therefore, pen can't complain about that. It's City defending. He does touch the ball. Very, very marginally. If he gets a touch of the ball, it's very marginal. But anyway, it's still a clumsy challenge. And it's Omar Mamouche with the responsibility to level the final for Manchester City. This will make things very interesting. Omar Mamouche for Manchester City. See, I didn't see a touch to the ball either. I didn't think he'd get a slight touch. Omar Mamouche against Manchester United former keeper Dean Henderson, who's not normally very good at saving pens. Here comes Mamouche. Right-footed. It's saved! Yes! The follow-up saved again! Ha ha ha! Ha! Fuck off! Ha ha ha! Fucking have it! Ha ha ha! Get in! Have some of that! Have some of that! Yes, have that. Fucking have that. Get in. Get in, Dino. Get in. Dean Henderson, brilliant. But here's the question. Why was Haaland not taking it? Why was Haaland not saving it? Mamouche with his first ever penalty for Man City and he missed it. Oh, go on, Palace. They can make it 2-0. Munoz through again. Oh. Because Haaland is poo. Yeah, but Haaland is reliable from the penalty spot normally. It's always reliable from the penalty spot, Haaland. Very rarely misses pens. Once a red, always a red. Come on, Palace. That's excellent. Dean Henderson, the Man United player, saves a penalty against Manchester City. But I will say, they've got away with that. Palace have got away with it big time because there was the talk about the potential handball from Henderson. That for me is a definite pen. I think that's a penalty. You know, Palace have got away with it here, but they won't care, and I don't care. 82% have said Crystal Palace will win it. Wow. Fair enough. I don't know if that's just because they're bloody winning or what, but... Oh, no. Jeremy Doku tries to play it. And Palace will see it out. Good. Oh. Ooh. Oh! What a ball! Oh! Well done, Gavardiol. Just managed to get onto that and play it to the keeper, because that would have gone straight to Jean-Philippe Mateta. That was unlucky. Haaland to Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Thought he was going to shoot there for a minute. Tried to play it to Haaland, and I think Mitchell's got that covered. Haaland's not having a look in it, is he? Not going very well for Pep Guardiola. Oh! Get your iron brew out, does it? Let's have a glass of the iron brew extra, ladies and gentle tits. There. Thank you. Got a free shower. Thanks for that early afternoon. Thanks for that late afternoon shower. Really appreciate that. Jesus fucking Christ. Haaland kissed the ball, then played it to Mamouche. I think that was a bad luck kiss. That was a bad luck kiss. What a save. Those Palace fans jumping up and down. All wearing their girls' skirts because they come dressed as Girl Scouts. I don't know why. But, you know, let them do what they want. It's quite amusing. Man City have got loads of people back, and they're not spreading out quick enough, you know. City are a bit slow at coming out, and then half of the players are taking ages to move into different positions and to spread out a bit. Because just then, there's about 6 players just all next to each other pretty much, very compact. They just didn't get out very quickly, did they? Well, I mean, literally, all Palace will do is just thump the ball forward at every opportunity. Mateta. Oh, it almost fell to Mateta that in the end. Long ball forward. And it's going to be headed straight back to Dean Henderson. And I think the game has just been stopped for the moment. Up your nose! Why has he got the Phantom of the Opera mask on? The Frenchman is winning against... No, he's not French. You dickhead. He's Austrian, isn't he? Pretty sure he's Austrian on the big Lesnar. Fucking French. What am I on about? It's tempting with the way that the game has been played to call it a smash and grab, but I think that would be a little bit disparaging to Palace. No, well, Ortega had to make another... 3 shots to 6 in City's favour. 2 shots on target for Palace. Yeah, he's Austrian, Ludwig Lesnar. What were the Bundes results? Union beat Augsburg. Kiel lost to Dortmund. Frankfurt beat Freiburg. Bremen won. Bayern won. Mainz 2-2. Wolfsburg won. Stuttgart won. Bochum won. So what's the final table then? Mateta is French. Jean-Philippe doesn't sound Austrian. No. They were showing Oliver Glasner and I said, so far the Frenchman's beaten the Spanishman. Now I'm thinking no. Whoa, what a save! Oh, the follow-up now! Still in there! Bye! What a save by Dino! No, I wasn't on about Mateta, I was on about Oliver Glasner. Then I was thinking, no, he's not French, he's Austrian, isn't he? Bayern finished 13 points ahead. Leverkusen 69. Frankfurt 60, Dortmund 57, jamming bastard. Freiburg 55, Mainz 52. So Mainz actually got into Europe. Leipzig have missed out on Europe. Kiel and Bochum relegated Heidenheim in the relegation playoff. They play whoever finishes third tomorrow in the Bundesliga 2. That'll be tasty. Bundesliga playoff. Are these basketball results? No, these I'm talking about. I was looking at the Bundesliga table, mate. Looking at the Bundesliga table. Mateta's offside by a country mile. No, I was looking at the Bundesliga table. It's the Bundesliga finished today. Frankfurt 60, Dortmund 57. That's just the table, mate. That's the current table. Frankfurt won at Freiburg and Dortmund won 3-0 at home to Kiel. So... And Mateta's gone down in front of Stuart Atwell. I don't know what happened there.
He slapped the ball out of Mateta's hand, and then there's a bit of a shrug. Was it just a strong arm in the back? Let's see. Yeah, it is.
He's pushed him in the back of Kanji. Pushed the ball out of his hand and pushed him in the back. How's he not getting booked for that? Because that's silly. You don't do that. You can't do that. And he's not got booked for it. If that's a Palace player gets booked, and guarantee it. Stupid. Those Palace fans are loving life at the moment. Should hope some of the price they paid. See the price of the FA Cup final. Anything up to 120 quid. Farcical prices. Oh, Kanji says see you later. And his cross is blocked. Palace have done well. They've dug in deep and have done well. Hey! Get De Bruyne booked for that. Get him booked for that. Get him booked for that. That is silly from De Bruyne. The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes added time brought to you by Darryl Johnson. Leipzig hosted and won the finals and they couldn't even get in. Leipzig hosted and won the finals. Leipzig hosted and won the finals. Oh, I think the host and won the Nations League finals, aren't they? They're not. Are they hosting the Conference League final? Yeah, the Conference League final is. Where is it actually getting held? Wroclaw. Oh, yeah, Wroclaw. Wroclaw, or whatever it's called. In Poland. Next season's finals. Oh yeah, the host of next season's finals. They couldn't even get in. Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Budapest, Leipzig and somewhere else. Well, no, Munich's hosting the Champions League. Bilbao's hosting the Europa League and Wrocław's hosting the Conference League. 2026 European finals. Venues confirmed for 2026. 2026 Champions League final will be held at the Puskás Arena in Budapest. Europa League is getting held at Besiktas's ground in Istanbul, and the Conference League getting held at the RB Arena, the home of RB Leipzig. The 2027 Champions League, the decision over the 2027 final stadium has actually been suspended for the moment because they're waiting on information with regards to the refurbishment plans of the San Siro. So chances are it'll be hosted at the San Siro in 2027, but that's not guaranteed. 2027 Europa League will be hosted in Frankfurt, and the 2027 Conference League is going to be hosted at Besiktas again. The Women's Champions League next year gets hosted at the Unival Stadium in Oslo. So, yeah. There's your answer. Budapest, Leipzig and Besiktas for next year's competitions. Istanbul. The Palace are wanting the half-time whistle. Ball in. City always turn up in the second half though. Cleared away. That's half-time. Well done Palace in that first half. Eberechi Eze with the goal that could potentially give Crystal Palace the FA Cup title. Not only that, Omar Mamouche missed a penalty. Brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Crystal Palace have got away with it in that first half, but well done to them. They've managed to hold off Manchester City for 45 minutes. Now, will they be able to hold them off for the final 45? The stats, ladies and gents. 3 shots, 2 on target for Crystal Palace. And for Man City, 8 shots, 4 on target, 4 corner kicks as well. Percentage possession of 81%. The Scottish League teams in Europe are Celtic, Rangers, Hibs, Aberdeen, Dundee United, by the way. Which competition depends on who wins the Scottish Cup? Was there 5 teams that qualified for Europe in the Scottish League? I didn't realise there was that many teams that qualify. Championship group. So Celtic and Rangers qualify for Champions League. Europa League qualification, Hibs qualify for the Europa League. Dundee United and Aberdeen yet to be decided. Dundee United and Aberdeen. Dundee United back into Europe. And Hibs back into Europe. Well, there's a few names to watch out next season. Aberdeen and Dundee United still waiting to find out which competition they will be qualifying for. But I think they'll be going into the qualification rounds of those competitions either way. Who saw this coming? Crystal Palace leading 1-0 at half-time in the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Are they going to do what Wigan Athletic did? Beat them 1-0 in the final and get themselves into Europe for the very first time? We'll find out in due course. 11 votes, 82% Palace. Blimey. 4 plus the cup winner. The cup winner will finish top 4, so 5th gets Europe. Yeah, I think it's Celtic and... who is it? Oh, it's Aberdeen. Aberdeen get Europa if they win the cup, but Commons have to lose. Let's be honest, mate. Do you really see Aberdeen beating Celtic when they've just beaten them 5-1? Celtic have just beaten them 5-1. I don't think that's going to happen. Celtic will win the cup, let's be honest. I don't see Aberdeen managing it. Because every time Aberdeen have played Celtic in the cup final, they've always lost. So there's a fat chance of Aberdeen getting anywhere. Can't get any bloody kegs cleaned. Well, there's the first half story. Eberechi Eze. Easy does it. Ball on the right hand side. Munoz straight into the penalty area, and Eberechi Eze with a brilliant first time strike Side of the foot, past Ortega, 1-0 Palace at half time. Who did Sir Alex beat to win the cup for them? Probably Celtic. You got to remember he did win. Won the Scottish Cup in 1980. Oh, Aberdeen have won the Scottish Cup 4 times. Is it? Does it? You could say, yeah. Who did they win to win the cup? Probably Aberdeen. If it was probably Celtic. Yeah, the last time they won, bloody hell, the last time they won the Scottish Cup was in 1989. And Aberdeen beat Celtic. Well, so they have beaten Celtic. They have beaten Celtic in the cup, but not for a long time. The last cup they actually won was the 2013-14 one, which they beat infamous Caledonian Thistle. Since then, have not won a trophy since. Yeah, so when's the last time they actually won a trophy? It was back in 2014. Yeah, 2014 is the last time they won a cup. There you go. Oh my word, that's a red card for Dean Henderson, 100%. Okay, it was outside the box. What have we... Wow. Right. How has Dean Henderson got away with that? How has Dean Henderson got away with that? How has he got away with that? That's disgusting. Considerations for DOGSO. Distance between the offence and the goal. General direction of the play. Likelihood of keeping or gaining control of the ball. And location and number of defenders. So, yeah, he's very lucky there. But what wasn't lucky was the penalty decision, because I thought it was a definite penalty. The penalty, though, it's not a great penalty from Omar Mamouche, and the follow-up from Haaland is woeful. But what a save from Dean Henderson. And he didn't come off the line early either, otherwise it would have been retaken. Just excellent. But I think Palace have got away with it big time here. But it'd be amazing if they can win it. Right, well, thank you very much to Nicola for joining us. And thank you for the $5 by the way with the Bravo sticker. Cheers. Livingston, by the way, reached the Scottish League playoff final. They beat Partick Thistle. So they will be playing against the team that finishes, I think they play against the teams that finish second and third bottom or something like that. I can't remember how it works in the Scottish League, but that's just how things are. There you go. Well, Manchester City losing at half time. Dean Henderson with some excellent saves. Probably lucky to be on the field, and Palace probably lucky to be leading, but Eberechi's goal is the difference at the moment. Big second half coming up. Join me for it.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
possible.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for the second half of December's FA Cup 2025 final. At half time, it's Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. But who saw that coming in at half time, ladies and gentlemen? Manchester City losing by a goal to 0 to Palace. Palace have dug in deep. Manchester City being the better side all game, but one attack, one big chance, one goal, Eberechi Eze, and Man City found themselves a goal down. Henderson probably should have been sent off in the first half, but also they missed a penalty, which was saved by Dean Henderson. Omar Mamouche wasting that penalty. So, what an interesting first half that was. Right, let's see what the second half brings us. Come on! Now, if you follow me on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, I've just uploaded a video on there of my live reaction to Crystal Palace's goal. So make sure you go and follow us on TikTok. Not long ago as well, the other day, I put up Hartlepool fans celebrating against Gateshead. And I can show you this because it's all my content. Blimey. Blimey, Christ. Now, I'm allowed to show you this because this is my own content. So it's not anyone else's content, but there you go on TikTok there, ladies and gentlemen. You can't see very well because they're trying to show it through another screen. Yeah, that's on there as well. Also, Darlington fans there before, from ages ago, celebrating their last minute equaliser. Doncaster celebrating, taking the lead inside 20 seconds. A few reactions from streams as well. Diallo's winner against Manchester City. Yeah, so quite a lot on there. And I've just put today's Crystal Palace goal reaction. I'll have to turn my brightness down on the phone and you might see it a little bit better. But there you go. That's on there as well, so go and give that a watch. So yeah, go and give us a follow on TikTok. Putting a few things on TikTok at the moment. A few little clips from streams and vlogs and stuff. So I need to put that clip of Southend fans celebrating at full time, reaching the playoffs only to lose. Oh, what a ball! Oh! Claims a handball by the Palace players, but it's a goal kick anyway. I wish he streamed United Leon. Would have loved to have seen the reaction to late winner. Well, we won the darts anyway, mate, when that was happening. I was on the darts anyway. But put it this way, me and the lads, when we all went on call after the darts had finished, me and the lads all went fucking ballistic. We were just, I was more shocked if anything. I was like, oh my, what is happening here? I couldn't believe what was going on. It was just fucking insane. It was crazy. Free kick Palace. It was crazy. It was a crazy game. So was Rochdale Southend, which I didn't stream as well. I was on the darts and watching that at the same time. And I wouldn't have streamed Southend because I would have streamed Charlton if I wasn't doing the darts. But Charlton game wasn't particularly that entertaining. It wasn't the best of games, that game. Oh! Docker with a shot over the bar. Manchester City looking for an equaliser, and they're playing a lot better now. Great start for them. Docker on his right foot. Tries to find the top corner. Curls it over. Wasn't that far over, actually. It was a good effort, though. Villa v Tottenham first half was boring too. Yeah. I didn't even watch the Chelsea United game because I'm not bothered about I'm not bothered about United's Premier League games this season because we lost to Chelsea anyway. I knew we would. Villa at home will probably lose as well, so I'm not too worried. But as long as we win the Europa League, that's fine. Win the Europa League and that's fine. I'm not too worried about the Prem because it's been the worst Premier League season we've ever had. And some of the players in this United team will definitely be gone next season. So, yeah, we'll have to get rid of some players in this United team. Harry Maguire might as well play striker for the game against Aston Villa because he's been scoring goals. I mean, he's been scoring a few goals lately, hasn't he, Harry Maguire? Might as well just play him at striker. Can't do any worse than the strikers we got. Oh! Ow! Oh! Ow! That looked painful. It sounded painful, though. There's a long throw in, headed on. Eze's shot blocked, and then another shot from a Palace player is Wharton with the volley smashes into the head of Maggie. United would have gone down if the bottom three weren't so terrible. Quite true. But if you, to be fair, it sounds daft, but I think United going down would show. It would just show how bad the club and the team is. And people keep blaming it on Amorim. How's it Amorim's fault that Amorim's got a team of players and half of them don't give a shit. Half of them don't care. Half of them are shit. Like, he's come into a team that's full of shit. You know, yet the funny thing is, we've done so well in the Europa League. The players have just focused on the Europa League. They haven't focused at all. They haven't focused on anything with regard to the Premier League. They've just focused on cup games and the Europa League. They've just focused on the Europa League. They're just focused on the Europa League. It's all they ever worry about. It's all they're worried about. Oh, yeah, the ownership's terrible at United. Jim Radcliffe coming in, I thought was going to be a good thing. I'm not sure about that now. Fucking businessman, all he is. He just wants money. He doesn't want. I mean, he wants the United staff to pay for their own tickets. Why should they? They work at United. They should have the tickets for free. They work there. See, Spurs are probably won better by Daniel Levy than United are. Amorim bought the tickets for them. Yeah, he should never have had to do that though. This is what I'm saying. He wanted them to pay for their own tickets, and Amorim stepped in and said, "No, I'll buy them if you're going to be that stingy." No one should have to, like, Amorim shouldn't be having to pay for Man United workers to actually go to the game. They should be getting tickets for free from the club. Jim Radcliffe's been a stingy bastard and is not allowed that. He shouldn't have had to do that in the first place. It's absolutely wrong. I get it's a nice gesture. Oh yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with that. What you're saying, Sam. But I don't agree with Jim Radcliffe making other people pay for their own tickets. Like, it's like you're treating your staff like... He's treating the staff like fans. Oh, sorry, but you've got to pay for your own tickets like the fans. No, they work for the club. They should never have to pay to go to a game. To go to a major final. The Glazers didn't make their staff pay for the final. So why should Jim Radcliffe make them? I think it's completely wrong, and I think it just shows how ignorant he is. It's like he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about his staff. I think it's an absolute disgrace. It's like working at the pub and not getting a free drink when you're off shift. Yeah. It's all business. Fucking awful, really. He's a Grinch. What's puzzling me is how they plan to build a stadium while they say they're struggling. Yeah, because he's putting all of his money on the new stadium. He's not focused on the Leicester club. He wants to extend the stadium. The stadium looks like... The new stadium looks like a freaking circus tent. It looks awful. The actual stadium itself looks alright. I think the stadium itself looks decent. But what's with all the bloody netting bits above? What's all the stuff above? It looks like a tent. I don't agree with the outside bit. Just have it as a massive ball. That's fine, but no. Nice 100,000 capacity to watch Championship football. I don't think United will go down though. They'll have seen how bad the season's gone and be like, yeah, now we need to step it up. To be fair, I think Leeds, what was it, Leeds, Burnley and either Sunderland or Sheffield United. Two of them, I mean, let's be honest, all three of them aren't exactly good enough in the Premier League at the minute. So, I think two of them will go down. I think Leeds, I mean, even regardless of whether Sunderland or Sheffield United go up, I think both of them will go down. So, whoever goes up will go down, and I think so will Leeds. I think Burnley might just survive. Because it's not an easy league. United next season should be pushing for top 10. We should not be in the same situation as we were this year. Balling. That's a goal, surely. No. They still can't break through, man City. But no, I don't agree with Jim Radcliffe doing that. I think he's an absolute disgrace for doing that. I think it's an absolute disgrace. If you work for a company, you shouldn't be having to pay to. If you work for a big club, you shouldn't be having to pay out of your wages to go to a game for the club that you actually work for. You should be able to go to. You should be able to. You should be able to do it for free. Bye. You know, so.
Is his goalless record at Wembley for Manchester City going to continue? They had a perfect chance.
If you go on a business trip, they cover flights and hotels at the minimum.
It was the wrong decision because they missed it. But doesn't look 100% fit.
Doesn't seem like he's covering anything for them.
Seems to worry about fitness though. You come out as a motoring machine. Trusted and known to Glasgow from their time together in the Bundesliga. Cross comes in, looking for Eze.
Oh!
Caught up in between his feet. Ruben Diaz had to bail him out a bit. Just no messing around from Crystal Palace. First though is get it into the box and try and put those defenders under.
Palace could have nicked a goal there.
They made a right hash of the clearance, didn't they?
Harry Kane finally wins a trophy, by the way. Business trip, but they're not being paid by the business to work for, which is illegal. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. Oh! 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 Yeah! 2-0! Ha! What a terrible goal! It's Munoz! 2-0 to the Crystal Palace! Goal for Crystal Palace! And the Crystal Palace goal scorer this time, it's number 12, Darryl Munoz! Long for in, not dealt with by City. His shot is deflected, saved by Ortega and straight to Darryl Munoz. Now does it hit Eberechi Eze? Does it hit Sarr, sorry? I think it comes off Sarr and he's in an offside position. This is going to be checked. Yeah, it comes off Sarr. This will be disallowed. I'll put it as 2-0 for the minute, but this goal is pending VAR decision. This is going to be disallowed because it hit Sarr and he was in an offside position.
What would be alarming to me is a lack of reaction from the Man City players when they're under huge pressure to go and clear that ball. I mean,
Terrible defending from Man City, by the way, from that long throw.
but the lack of energy.
I think this is going to be disallowed.
When all of them standing still, look, compared to the Crystal Palace players.
Well, it's got to be ruled out, hasn't it? Because
They are checking goal.
wrong-footed Ortega, and Mendy couldn't get down to make the save. A clean one. So it will stay 1-0.
VAR decision, no goal, offside against Ismail Assar.
Many more opportunities like that because, as I said, they made a right mess of the clearance to give that long throw away. And that would be alarming. That would be how quick
Yes.
the Palace player reacted compared to Man City. Got away with one. He's definitely in an offside position though.
The cheers now are at the other end. Now, can't help but think back to the 12th of April.
Definite.
Palace were 2-0 up at Manchester City. They then thought they'd score the third, and that one was ruled out.
Well, to be fair, no one can argue with that.
What was the first
It is blatant.
automated offside technology?
Blatant offside.
And that
It looks like Mark Gay's going off with the physio. Looks like he's gone off.
now one thing that's
What's going on?
here for City, look at this.
Whoa!
Look at this.
One of the physios and one of the Palace coaches are going nearly head to head. What is going on here?
Forced apart here,
What's going on here?
taken off.
What is he doing? You should send both of them off for now. What are they doing?
Backed off. Presumably some sort of concussion that he was suffering now.
The bloody City, one of the City staff is having a go.
He's off and Lerma's on.
Blimey, what is going on there? So the goal does not stand. Substitution brought to you by Darryl Johnson for Crystal Palace.
Well, that was a crazy 3 or 4 minutes, wasn't it?
It's been that sort of day.
Leaving the field is number 6, Mark Gay. Coming on the field is number 8, Jefferson Lerma.
McCarthy was involved. Palace coach
What's going on there?
down in there. And all finding it a huge joke behind Pep Guardiola. Well, near.
And they've all sat down now.
Paddy McCarthy, the
High
president,
teeth,
former Manchester City junior
tooth. We all call Harvey Teeth because he had his braces off, and all he does now is
De Bruyne.
all he does is smile. All you see is teeth. So he's known as Teeth to everyone now. Yeah, he's miles offside. Hello, minion.
Now it's Guardiola.
Yeah, I'm just sending them to you now, Darl. I'm trying to send them.
They've lost the
Right. So that's that, and it is the.
Well, they've enjoyed the moment, if not the outcome.
It is the.
There wasn't that loose ball where he attacked it.
Shit, where was it? At the hotel. Edinburgh House Hotel.
Far too much
That's
of
the
Beckham. He's not going to that.
Edinburgh House Hotel.
Nothing will change from a Palace point of view with Gay going on and Lerner coming in there. He'll just be like for like and he'll go into hit straight into Gay's position. Certainly won't change the system.
Paddy McCarthy still
That's
stewing
one.
a little bit there on the Palace bench. Had a few words with Pep Guardiola, incidentally, on the way in at half time.
Which is not. It's not too far from Hibernian's ground, I think. Where it is.
Extra emotion. Sometimes it just spills over. Oh, that's why we love it. It happens. Move on.
Is this the one?
It's football.
Thought just then you were going to go into pressure as for tyres again.
Won't use that line ever again.
Yeah, that's the one.
Here's a Kanja. Bernardo Silva. Never quite got to number 1, did it? Kanji. De Bruyne.
What?
Ruben Diaz. A bit of a squeeze from Son.
Oh, it's not far from a shopping centre either. So where it runs. And it's also, it's an easy walk. You can literally walk to Hibernian's ground.
A little more swiftness about Manchester City when they are moving the ball here. Savinho. The other way. Doesn't run Mitchell this time. Ruben Diaz. Doku.
Yep.
De Bruyne.
Been volunteering all day, I'm knackered. Nice outside the foot. Tried to do a Trevella cross, didn't work. Mamma mia, I sent you a message. Well, Crystal Palace thought they were 2-0 up. We thought they were 2-0 up. Offside. They're still hanging in there. Man City have had double the amount of shots that Palace have had. Palace have had 6 shots. City have had 12. 4 shots on target for Man City. 3 for Crystal Palace. They've just been more effective with their shots. And to be fair, 6 shots on target for Man City. And plenty of saves from Dean Henderson. He's been brilliant. Dean Henderson going for the modernised Leviathan look. Yeah, but to be honest, mate, if you're in the sun, then you are allowed to have a cap on if the sun's right in your eyes and you can't see shit, you know. That is allowed. And that's... Nico O'Reilly's pulling him back. That's a definite yellow card for Bush. Yellow card. First yellow card of the final. Good old Bush getting booked. What a shame. La 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 la. Sha la 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 la. I'm fucking knackered. Tell me to check her messages. It's like Leviathan. Yeah, but he was known as the man with the cap, wasn't he?
It's a nightmare to play against. He really is, because of his energy and his fitness and non-stop up and down. And everything that Palace...
Blimey, 720 views already on that Palace goal reaction. I only put it on at half time, so literally 25 minutes ago.
Very coolly wanders into the mix. Scored against Manchester City in December. Richards did it at Manchester City in April.
Corner for Palace. Can City defend it? It's headed on at the back stick by Lerma. Kicked back in again by Lerma. Headed away. And volleyed over the bar, but I think the offside flag's up anyway, so it was offside either way. But good effort though. Crystal Palace playing well, to be fair. Playing well, playing with no fear. They're against Man City, but doing well.
Past the midway point of the second half. The score has somehow stayed unchanged since the 16th minute, whenever Echiesa noted for Palace. Ruben Diaz. Doku's demanding the ball on the left. Salah is there to help out Munoz.
Just say hi.
Ruben Diaz.
Yes. Both. There, I'm back.
Kanji. Here's De Bruyne.
Oh.
Lost control, and Mitchell was quick to seize upon that. And Guardiola's got to be quick.
Oh, Ortega's out of the penalty here. What's he doing? He was put under pressure by Jefferson Lerma.
Good season, Guardiola, hasn't he?
Till that point.
Oh, fucking hell. Offside. For £6 cheaper than Manchester United's cheapest matchday ticket, you can get a Blackpool FC deck chair. Why you tell her to say hi back? Because she said all he said was hi. I said, well, at least say hi back then. Well, you know. She's been busy all day, though, mate, to be fair. You've got to remember, well, she's been busy, so... If she doesn't reply, it's normally because she's busy. So. Long ball forward for Palace. Nico O'Reilly put under pressure, and he's lost the ball, and there's a bit of a tussle here, and a free kick gets given to Man City. That was a right old tussle. Everyone's busy from time to time. Oh yeah. What's the odds now for Palace to still win it? I bet Palace are still, like, if they're favourites, they're not going to be big favourites, are they? Oh wow, 8-11 now to win. 2-5 to win the trophy now. Man City can still equalise.
Silva. De Bruyne. Haaland. Kevin De Bruyne, Richard to stop another one.
Is Haaland playing? Yeah, but he hasn't had many opportunities. But City only need one chance, and they can take it. Savinho. Diaz. Good ball to the left. Doku. Kevin De Bruyne blocked. Yeah, Adam Wharton got it in the gob, didn't he there? In my opinion, Palace were favourites going in based on form. No, City were favourites for the final, mate. On the odds. Pretty sure they had the best form in England going into this. Fair enough. Haaland's brilliant. Some City fans aren't even stood up, yet all of Palace's end is bouncing. I think City fans aren't stood up because they're frustrated. I think they're just frustrated. Nothing's happening. To be fair, City fans always sit down at Wembley. There's always City fans sitting down. The stand behind the goals always stood up. You know, you expect that.
Kevin De Bruyne. Now I know he said at half time that he would say carry on as you are and work those chances, but he is surprised he hasn't even motioned to make a change yet. I don't think it'll be long. If it's another 2 or 3 minutes, then you'll have to make a change or two, I think. Paul Foden hasn't scored.
The entire lower tier, at least for Palace, has stood up. Oh yeah, but well, I think the top tiers might be as well, but you can't see the top tiers, so we don't know if the top tiers are or not. They might be, they might not be.
Walton will have to at least temporarily leave the field. Will Hughes is actually getting ready. He might be he is a candidate to come on. He starts with City on the ball. Doku. Guardiola. Good challenge. Saar. Holding off De Bruyne. Not fully though. Doku. Mateta only just back to his feet. Bernardo Silva.
Dangerous. Ooh.
Got to be better, that ball in there.
good opportunity to put them under pressure. You can't waste opportunities. De Bruyne, look at Wharton back in the game. De Bruyne.
Oh, this is an opportunity. Nico Riley's wasted that.
This time Munoz.
Gum gun coming on for Palace soon. The hell's gum gun?
And that's wide.
Bye! Oh shit.
It's a corner.
You're good with songs as you work in radio. What's the original tune to Tommy Conway Caminati chant? Oh, in your head. I can't actually remember it because I normally just call it in your head. But I've never known what the actual song's called. What's it called actually? It's called Zombie by the Cranberries. Didn't actually know what it was called. No, not that, the Tommy Conway chant. Tommy Conway baby. Oh! Tommy Conway baby. Tommy Conway, oh. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me, oh. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. That's Don't You Want Me by the Human League from the 1980s, that song. Substitutions for Manchester City. Leaving the field is number 7, Omar Mamouche. And coming on the field is number 30, Echeverri. Echeverri. Silly tit, I've got that one. Also leaving the field for Manchester City, number 26, Savinio. Coming on number 47, Phil Foden. Echeverri. I never get that play correct. Don't you tell the what? This could be a blessing in disguise. I need City to score for 150. Well, I hope it doesn't win. Sorry, Harvey. What would happen in Argentina if I put a plate in the river? It would float, probably. Brought to you by Darryl Johnson. I didn't say that because I said it wrong. Porto lead already, that didn't take them long. Marseille should win tonight as well. Oh dear.
Extra pass that allows you to settle a little bit more as a Crystal Palace player.
Who's Gum Gun? From Mudford for Green. Gum Gun to score soon, under 18. Under 18? There isn't a player called Gum Gun. Unless you're one about Gundogan, he's not on the field. I don't know, you're on about Gum Gun. You'd get River Plate, yeah. Is that how River Plate was formed? I don't know. I think it was something to do with the area. I don't know what it was called. Palace under 18. I don't know. There isn't a player called Gum Gun. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Unless you're on about Devaney. Yeah. Unless you're on about Devaney. Or Eze. Or Palace will be before them. I don't know what you're on about. Never mind. Substitution for Crystal Palace. Brought to you by Darryl Johnson. Leaving the field is number 14, Jean-Philippe Matete. Coming on the field is number 9, Eddie Nketiah. Can you at least say the name? Can you put the correct name? Because there is no player called Gum Gun. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You've lost. I think you've lost everyone in the chat. I don't think anyone knows what you're going on about. This is why you shouldn't. This is why you shouldn't be making up random names. Like you call Mbappe Apple. No. I don't know who the frig you're going on about. Yeah, it does. Right, the players on the bench are Joel Ward, Matt Turner, Eddie Nketiah, who's now on, Jefferson Lerma, who's now on, Will Hughes, Romain Eze, Nathaniel Klein, Ben Chilwell, and Justin Devaney. If you're on about for Crystal Palace, then unless you're on about their actual under 18s team, unless you're talking about the under 18s team, then I don't know who you're on about.
10 minutes to try and do something.
Aston Villa have won the Premier League under 18s. Get in to beat Man City in that final.
Possession-wise, that's okay, but not really creating a lot at the minute.
No, must have left. The hell's Gum? I don't know what you're on about.
This one in deep. Haaland. High.
Oh yeah, two players that are injured as well. Two players out injured. Decore and Riyad, who's 21. Under 18s, I don't know.
You've heard that. The official attendance given us 84,163, which is
84,163 is today's FA Cup final attendance. With both sets of fans, I believe, given about 35 to 36,000. Palace to Wembley final. He's at under 18. No, he's not there. Nothing about him there. Gum Gun is a chewing gum removal machine. Unless you're on about Haaland because he's a robot. Nobody knows what you're talking about. De Bruyne, great play. This should be a goal for City. Great save. The follow up blocked. Come on. 9 minutes to go for Palace. That was Echeverri with the Echeverri with his first shot in the Manchester City shirt. Should have scored it. Great save by Dean Henderson. Who's he?
Look at the goal, but it goes straight at him. It's a good save again, though.
What's his real name?
Agony.
You know what? I think it's an even better save. I think there's a little deflection of the knee of Lacroix. It's been a yellow card.
What's his real name? And I might be able to tell you.
Being cautioned. I think that's purely because he couldn't hold his tongue. It's getting to them all. Team that's so used to winning. 4 titles in a row before this season. Plenty more besides. But apart from the Community Shield right at the start of the season, way back when, it might be nothing.
Obioma.
7 minutes to go in the 90. There'll be a good deal more after that.
Obioma.
Foden. Kanji. It's Ruben Diaz. There's Richards. Nketiah. Oh, he's taken out. Stuart Atwell doesn't wave advantage. Palace try to take it.
Oh!
Anyway, Sars
It's coming up with Chukwuemeka.
get there first. Palace
Are you talking about Chukwuemeka?
wasn't brought back for a free kick because Kanji's
Chukwuemeka's called Obioma. But he's Crystal Palace. No, because he's... No, it's definitely not him. Check Chukwuemeka Obioma. No, it's someone who's playing in Nigeria, so not him.
Bernardo Silva couldn't stretch enough.
Obioma.
De Bruyne with a shot. And he's going to get caught in there. And it's all getting just a little bit messy. for the team that until this season
Chibuike Obama Joshua.
Slipping away from them and feel the pressure. You can see it in their game.
No, never played for Palace.
can barely look
No,
up.
nothing about Palace.
There's Brighty.
I think you've got the wrong name there, mate.
Who came so close in that team of 1990 to being an FA Cup winner. He'll feel he's owed this.
Absolutely. I mean, when you consider how much pressure he was under at the beginning of the season, they had a tough start, didn't he? So from then to now, if they can hold out, wow. Name in the history books, Crystal Palace.
I think he's making up a bloody guy here.
Start of this season, the
Have you heard of Random?
14 Premier League games
I think he's making up a name there.
since when 11 of 23.
I think he's making it up there.
Oliver Glasner
There's no such player.
let him get on
There's no player called Gun Gun. Bloody hell's he on about? Unless he's on about Gundogan, then I could understand with the whole gun situation, but yeah. 5 to go. Palace hanging in there. It's in there. Oh! Back with Palace again. Eze. If they get a second goal, it's game, set and match. There's a man down for Palace. Just carry on. It's not a head injury. It's not a head injury. Carry on. Keep going. Unless you decide to put the ball out of play, just carry on. Here's an opportunity. Munoz. Oh! God, blimey. So decision brought to you by Darryl Johnson for Crystal Palace. Leaving the field is number 20, Adam Wharton. And coming on the field to replace him is number 19, Will Hughes.
But another performance that will only have drawn impressive glances from the watching England manager. Couldn't agree more, Guy. I really couldn't.
Not being spectacular, you know, put a shift in.
Four in. Had to go out for 4 in the end.
Off the ball he's had to do this afternoon.
I thought at first it was going in. I wasn't sure about it at first. Long throw back of a Man City into the one penalty area and cleared out.
Clock ticks around to 87. De Bruyne. Akanji. Foden. Just a bit too casual with the pass. Mitchell was ready to gobble it up. Eze. And Katia. Ruben Diaz steps across.
Clever play that is from Eze. It really is. Really intelligent play. He knows exactly where the defenders are and who's...
Did he just do the German thing and shout Hughes? Shout the surname and he announced it as the first name? No. He said. No. The announcer said, coming on number 19, Will Hughes. I went, Hughes. That's just obviously what they shout. That must be what they shout. Sorry. Substitution for Manchester City, brought to you by Darryl Johnson, gone off the field. Number 20, Bernardo Silva. Coming on the field to replace him is number 19, Ilkay Gundogan. Added time shortly. Crystal Palace are moments away from an historic win. In 1861, the club was formed, but they weren't a proper professional team till 1905. Crystal Palace have never won the FA Cup. They played in the first ever FA Cup in 1871. And 164 years since Crystal Palace was first formed in 1861, they are about to get, potentially, their first major trophy.
Ruben Diaz. There's De Bruyne.
What a moment this is for Crystal Palace. And Oliver Glasner, by the way, what a superb job he has done for Crystal Palace. Even if they don't win the final, what a job he has done for Crystal Palace this season. He has been magnificent as a manager for them. But it's still not over, because Manchester City could still nick an equaliser. Doku decides to play to Diaz. To the right hand side now, Phil Foden. Ball back in towards the centre of the attacking third. De Bruyne, Gvardiol's about 30 yards out. Now De Bruyne towards the right. Ruben Diaz. City being patient with it. Trying to work their way through. Don't most us say 1905? Yeah, but it said 1861. But I don't think they became like a proper professional club till 1905. But they played in the first ever FA Cup in 1871 when I looked on Wikipedia and stuff. The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 10 minutes of added time. A minimum of 10 minutes added time. Additional time brought to you by Darryl Johnson. 10 minutes. Fucking hell. So, when I type in Crystal Palace FC here, when I type in here, and we look at Wikipedia, Crystal Palace FC. Crystal Palace club was formally created as a professional outfit in 1905, but its origins can be traced back to 1861. The club used the FA Cup final stadium inside the exhibition grounds for their home games between 1905 and 1915. But the origins were from... They were a club in 1861 because they played in the first ever... They played in the first ever FA Cup in 18... There you go. Founded the Crystal Palace Club in 1857 to play cricket before turning their attention to football. They formed an amateur Crystal Palace Club in 1861. And they competed in the first FA Cup competition in 1871, reaching the semi-finals, losing to the Royal Engineers, who were a club based in Kent. Then they became a professional club in 1905. So, yeah, it's you look at it the way you will. I mean, you can look at it the way you will. They were a professional club back in 1905. So some people will say it's been 120 years in the making. But my argument is they were originally a club. They were originally a club in 1861. So 164 years to this day. Crystal Palace became a football team, albeit it was an amateur club. But then they became a professional side in 1905. So look at it the way you want it, really. I mean, you can look at it the way you want it. I think Pep Guardiola, by the way, is going to go. Can I say, by the way? If they lose this final, I think Pep Guardiola goes, because they've not won anything this year. Sheffield FC versus Hallam FC is the world's oldest derby. Yeah, because Sheffield FC were founded in 1850, I think it was, they were founded. 1850 something they were formed. Yeah. And they're in, I think, the 8th tier. On ball forward, lead away, come on then. So yeah, I mean, I suppose you could make an argument. I mean, you could argue the fact that they've only been a professional club since 1905, so it's 120 years without a trophy. But like me, other people will look at the origins and say 1861 is when it was first formed, albeit it was an amateur club that became professional. Weren't Bochum formed in 1848? VfL Bochum. I don't actually know. When were they formed? Yeah, 1848. Verein für Leibnitzübungen Bochum 1848 Fußballgemeinschaft What a bloody long name that is. So that's what VfL stands for. Verein für Liebesgründen Bochum 1848 Fußballgemeinschaft. Commonly known as VfL Bochum, based in Bochum, North Rhine-Westphalia, founded in 1848. Football department 1911, managed by Dieter Hecken. Yeah, they have an interesting history then. They'll be playing in the second Bundesliga, sadly. So they were founded. So one of the oldest sports organisations in the world, claiming an origin date of 1848. Blah blah blah. Then formally established in 1849. In December 1851, however, the club was forcibly dissolved and banned by the Prussian Provincial Administration, then re-established in 1860 as the Bochum Gymnastics Club. They did not become a football department until 1911. So they didn't see. Oh no! Wow. Still in there for City. So VfL Bochum have the 1848 in their name, but they were established as like a sports and gymnastic club. But they weren't. But they didn't really. But their founders and the owner didn't turn their attention. They didn't turn their attention to football until 1911. So they were a football club in 1911, but their origins date back to 1848. It's the same as a Crystal Palace in a way. Crystal Palace didn't go into professional football till 1905, but the club's origins go back to 1861. So some people will say they were founded in 1861, some people will say they were founded in 1905. With Bochum, they were founded in 1848, or they were founded in 1911, because that's when they became a football team. So you don't, like, people will say different things on it. Like, at the end of the day, like, okay, Crystal Palace professional football side in 1905, but they've been a club since 1861. Bochum didn't become a proper football team till 1911, but their origins, the actual team's origins, it was originally a gymnastic club, etc. Dates all the way back to 1848. So make it, decide which way you want to make it. Right, you decide what you want.
Crystal Palace 3 minutes away from the biggest moment in their history. It has echoes of 1988 Wimbledon against Liverpool. Crazy going against the Culture Club. Maybe not that dramatic a difference between the sides, but.
So I mean, look at it the way you will. I mean, you decide how to look at it, But that's just the information I'm giving you. Oh yeah, it's well older than the Boa. Boa weren't formed till 1876. They weren't formed till 1876. He'll probably go if they don't get top 5. To be fair, I think Pep Guardiola will go anyway. I think his time's done now. He's been with City for years. He's won pretty much everything he could with Man City. But yeah, he's not winning anything this season, which is absolutely excellent, because it's excellent if you hate Man City. I think he will go personally. Fuck off! Didn't ask you to come on. I think Pep might leave. Yeah. Crystal Palace are 90 seconds away from their first ever major trophy. Man City fans, moments away from going through a season with no trophies and a potential Pep Guardiola saying bye-bye. I feel for the young lad, by the way, because it's heartbreaking going to Wembley and losing. So I've been there and seen my team lose at Wembley. It's awful. But Crystal Palace, this is a historic moment for them. Offside against Palace, though. One last push for Crystal Palace. I think the players are almost ready to celebrate on that touchline. All the cameramen are getting down ready. Can City get it last minute? Can they score in the dying moments to take it to extra time? Back to normal for City's old fans. Yeah. That's the way that a lot of people love it. And the thing is, Man United have had a dreadful season, but could actually finish with more trophies than City. Way! You're cack, Doku. That's game over now. That's it. Doku's wasted that chance. And Pep Guardiola's not exactly happy about it. Come on. Their fans can't believe it. Some of them are in tears. Some of them are in tears. They don't know what to say. Once this goal kick's taken, it'll be full time. They've done it! They've done it! They have done it! Oh my word! The winners of the 2025 Emirates FA Cup, Crystal Palace! Never thought I'd be saying that. Crystal Palace have beaten Man City. They've done what Wigan did, defied the odds. Crystal Palace are FA Cup champions. Write that in the script. Glad all over, yes I'm glad. Glad all over, baby I'm glad all over, and you're mine. Joining everyone. All of the time, all of the time. You say that you need me, say that you need me. Always be mine, all together. I'm feeling glad all over, yes I'm glad. Glad all over, baby I'm glad all over, yes. Oh my God. Leicester City won it in 2021 against the odds. Palace have done it now. It's party time for the party time for those Palace fans. And it's bye-bye to Pep Guardiola, I think. See you later. Crystal Palace will play in the UEFA Europa League next season. By the way, what happened in the darts? On Thursday night, Littler and Humphreys with that crazy game. Nathan Aspinall won the darts. There isn't any darts this weekend, is there? Pep's not happy. Tough titties. Bye bye. Glad all over, baby. And all the players are joining in. Crystal Palace's first FA Cup final since 2016. They came close against Manchester United, thankfully. But this time they've done it, and they've beaten a side that has made it to 3 finals on the bounce. They've beaten Manchester City. It's party time for the Palace fans and the players. Well done. Well done. Eberechi Eze is the winner for Palace. I never thought I'd be saying Crystal Palace have won the FA Cup. Even some of the guys in hospitality can't believe it. Still don't think half the fans can believe it. No, it hasn't sunk in yet for anyone. Showed me sister double trouble darts today. Oh, cheers. I mean, I'm absolutely over the moon for Dean Henderson, by the way. Dean Henderson probably should have been sent off. Didn't get sent off, and was hero of the hour. He's going to get man of the match, I think, today. But there's his winner. Oh my God! That side of Wembley is bouncing. Oh my God!
Before the game about they dealt with that in the semi-final, and today, okay, they wrote a look at times, but they dealt with it. All the players, whether it be attacking when they need to, when they're defending they need to, they got it spot on in the opportunities that they had.
We can hear from Dean Henderson. He's with Kelly Summers.
Dean, massive.
Crystal Barcelona. By the way, I'm just going to say to Manchester City, right? Beating Palace in the FA Cup final isn't for everyone, is it? Let's watch the moment where they actually won it. Let's watch the bit where they actually started the celebrations. Eze just dropped straight to the floor, doesn't he, or not? Oliver Glasner smiling, but just shakes hands with the fourth official. Eberechi Eze was the man of the moment. And Dean Henderson with a penalty save. Some of their fans had their bloody tops off. Oliver Glasner was just keeping his emotions. He was just keeping his emotions in. Oh! Pep Guardiola wasn't happy with Dean Henderson. Have that, you bold prick. Bye-bye. Give your head a polish on the way home.
Lovely moment there, talking about his dad, obviously.
Well, we're going to have a trophy ceremony that no one expected. Crystal Palace 2025 FA Cup winners. My God. Their first ever FA Cup trophy. And Oliver Glasner, by the way, what an I don't know what to say. Oliver Glasner has done a quite magnificent job with Crystal Palace. It is absolutely insane. The work and the effort they've put in. Just outstanding. You know, I mean, he has just completely transformed Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson in the crowd with Gareth Southgate. He'll be over the moon for Palace, by the way, because he used to manage Crystal Palace back in the day. You know, they've been on some amazing unbeaten ones. You know, they've got themselves through some difficult matches this season in the Cup as well. Because you look at some of the teams they played in the FA Cup this season. Like, I mean, obviously their first game in the FA Cup was against Stockport. They were obviously realistically going to win that. Doncaster they won. Millwall wasn't an easy game. They beat them. They beat Fulham 3-0, beat Aston Villa, and now they've beaten Manchester City. I don't think anyone expected that whatsoever. And the current form, right? The form now going into, because they've just won now, haven't they? They are now on a run of 6 matches unbeaten, including the FA Cup final. They've been on a great run of form, haven't they? Draw against Bournemouth, draw against Arsenal, which is a great result for them. 3-0 win against Aston Villa, that was in the Cup, wasn't it? Drew against Forest, beat Spurs away. They've had some cracking results. And they will go into their final 2 games with a lot of confidence. They could still potentially finish in the top 8. They could potentially still finish 8th. Or at least top 10. Like, what a season. What a season for Crystal Palace. They've gone and beaten a team that always seems to do well in the finals. They very rarely lose the FA Cup finals. But that's 2 FA Cup finals on the bounce that Man City have lost to Manchester United and Crystal Palace. Outstanding. the last team to win the trophy for the first time was Leicester City, if you remember, back during the COVID pandemic, when they Yuri Tielemans, I think it was, scored an absolute worldie against Chelsea. You know, that was crazy. Wigan Athletic were a new name on the trophy as well. And now Crystal Palace have got their name on this incredibly old FA Cup trophy. Crystal Palace will not get Champions League. They'll be into the UEFA Europa League. If you win the FA Cup, you're into the UEFA Europa League. Normally, unless you finish the season in the Champions League spot, then you will play in the Champions League, and that spot will go to someone else. But yeah, Crystal Palace will play in the UEFA Europa League next season. I tell you something, 8 teams, I think it is, playing in the Champions League next season. Playing in the European competitions next season. The UEFA Europa League, the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Conference League is going to be lit. There's going to be some very entertaining ties in the European competitions next season. I am looking forward to that. And I've got to say, I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. Not just for Crystal Palace. It was their first trophy, and I think they've deserved it this season. Their fan base is magnificent, by the way. They've got a cracking fan base. Oliver Glasner, by the way, I've known him. I've watched him in the Bundesliga. I haven't known him, but I've seen him manage in the Bundesliga many times. He's a top manager. He did really well with Eintracht Frankfurt as well. If you remember, they won them the Europa League as well. And he's come to Crystal Palace, and he's defied the odds. He's won the FA Cup. I don't even know what the odds were on Crystal Palace winning it at the very start of the season. But they were underdogs for this final. Eberechi Eze fully deserves something because he's been magnificent. And Dean Henderson, as a former United player, I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon because he's a former United player. And this just proves that Dean Henderson is better than Andre Onana. Why can't United have Dean Henderson back? Because Dean Henderson's... After this final, Dean Henderson's price value will shoot up. He'll be worth an absolute crap load of money now. His price will have just shot up after tonight's final. It was superb from him. He was absolutely magnificent. Probably lucky that he didn't get sent off. But we're going to have a brilliant trophy ceremony very shortly. And the Manchester City players, the runners-up, are going to go up the stairs to receive their medals. And here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a round of applause for this season's FA Cup runners-up, Manchester City. That's all you're getting. Unlucky! City players heading up to the Royal Box to grab their medals.
Amazing. We saw Newcastle do it. You reminded us a few times a few weeks ago.
Yep, Newcastle won their first major trophy as well against Liverpool, and now Palace have done it against City. Liverpool and Man City, cup final losers this season. Hilarious. Pep Guardiola's done cack this season. I think he's going to go. I think Pep Guardiola's time is up this season. His time's up, I think. See you later, Pep Guardiola. I think that's his time up. And I wonder how many players leave Man City after this season. There'll be a few players, I think, going this season. I wonder how long Ruben Diaz is going to stay with them for. The final stats then from that final. Crystal Palace with only 7 shots, 2 on target. Manchester City 23 shots, but only 6 on target. They were so wasteful with their chances. But when they had the shots on target, Dean Henderson turned into prime Manuel Neuer. Denied them every time. The English Lev Yashin, because he was wearing the cap. What an outstanding campaign for Dean Henderson. And there's Thomas Tuchel in there as well. I'm telling you now, if they finish out with the top 5, they'll lose some players. They're going to lose a lot of players anyway. They'll lose a few players. There was talk about potentially. There was questions over. I think Kevin De Bruyne, remember as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's hear from the Crystal Palace hero and goal scorer Eberechi Eze with Kelly.
Eberechi Eze is just he looks stunned.
You're shaking your head. Just what is it?
He just looks stunned.
Special, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Honestly, I'm just grateful, man. What? Thank God. Only God could do this, man, because we've come here how many times at the club? 3 times. Facing a team that's been the best team in the world for how long? So to show that type of spirit, that type of energy, only God, man.
Let's take you back to the very start of the game.
He's thanking God for it.
Before you scored, what was going through your mind in that period? And then when that counter
The goal that won it as well was an excellent goal.
I just couldn't breathe, man. I couldn't breathe. They keep the ball so well, you got to work so hard to get it.
Can I just say, by the way, right? I know. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong, right? Eberechi Eze, I thought, played really well, and I thought so did Dean Henderson, who got man of the match. But can I give my man of the match to Daniel Munoz? Because, in my opinion, I think Daniel Munoz was easily the best player on the field. He was superb down that right-hand side. Got the assist for what ended up being the winning goal. Caused problems down that right-hand side. Had some good battles. I thought he was absolutely sensational, Daniel Munoz. I thought he was absolutely sensational. So, he's going to be my man of the match tonight. The Dazzlers Football Star man of the match is Daniel Munoz. Even though Dean Henderson definitely deserves a shout as well. So does Eberechi Eze. You know. But for me, Daniel Munoz was... I think he was the main reason why they won it, along with Endo. I thought he was superb. So there's my winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the Royal Box your 2025 Emirates FA Cup champions, and for the very first time in their club's history, Crystal Palace! Off you go and get your medals. Off you go, get your medals.
And the excitement, it's infectious.
Well done, Crystal Palace. Superb.
Eze's story is one great one.
Oliver Glasner is going to be leading the players up onto the Royal Box. He'll be meeting Prince William Noyes first.
From playing early due to a bleed on the brain
The cameramen just going up the stairs, ready to get all the action here.
in Austria. Then continued that work in Germany. Won the Europa League with Eintracht.
So there you go. Everyone's getting all the
In next season,
all the cameramen are getting their photos and everything.
European football proper for the first time ever. I'm sure Steve Parrish will remember, back in 1998 they were in the Intertoto Cup. Not much missed.
Here comes Oliver Glasner.
To the Turkey side, Samsunspor, having the previous season been relegated from the Premier League. Well, now their sights will be set on going even better in the Premier League next season.
Once the trophy lift is done, we'll end the stream.
The continent.
And I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, 2 o'clock with the Bundesliga 2 final day. FC Köln against FC Kaiserslautern. The FC Köln win. They are promoted back to the Bundesliga with Hamburger SV.
As the Prince of Wales can't keep the smile off his face, understandably.
What a moment for these Palace players.
The Palace way, Alan. They had to work, they had to scrap, they had to rely on every single
And Glasner's hugging, I think they might be the people in charge of the club.
individual battles they certainly won. Man City knew how they were going to play, they knew they were going to sit
Superb.
going to hit them on the break.
Everyone's getting hugs from the I think the people in charge of the club and the boards and
Because they're that good at that defending and organising.
the VIPs of the club. I think that's the chairman actually. It's stood applauding.
Hit you with pace, and that's how they won the game.
And there's Prince William handing out all these winners' trophies.
90 when they ran. Manchester
Dean Henderson deserves an England call-up, by the way. How he does...
winning the cup that way.
He should be England's #1 keeper. I'm just saying it now. I'm saying it now. Have him as England's #1 keeper. Because, my God, He deserves it after that.
One of them now.
Magnificent.
Imagine how he was feeling when the 10 minutes of added time went on, can't you? All worth it now, though. Some lovely lines from Oliver Glasner, who seems a wise old bird in charge of Palace. There was one particularly yesterday when he was asked how it would feel.
Former manager, that's Steve Coppell.
Take this club.
Oh, is it?
Significant trophy, and he kept
Oh, fair enough.
didn't even flinch at the question. He said a translation of an old
So the players are just getting their medals.
about the egg.
And then it's going to be the captain, Mark Gay, to lift
That one came from the Golden Goose.
Crystal Palace's first ever major trophy. And Eberechi Eze gets a massive cheer as he shakes hands with Prince William and gets his medal. And here he is, Mark Gay. And now the moment we have all been waiting for.
Looks as though he needs to rub his eyes.
Mark Gay is about to be presented
He's there with him, which is a
with the trophy. Mark Gay is the captain,
Palace might never have
so he will be the one lifting it. The lid has been taken off
final against Watford.
the Emirates FA Cup trophy.
They've been there ever since. And this will be his last action as a
Where's he going?
leaving this summer.
Oh, okay, Joel Ward's going to grab it. And I think he's going to give it to Mark Gay.
It's going to go to Mark Gahey
He's going to go Mark Gay and get it. Mark Gay's still talking to the bloody people. What's he doing?
going in the middle.
Oh, they're trying to get through to the middle of the place. Crazy this. Here we go. It's trophy lift time. And here we go. The winners of the 2025 Emirates FA Cup, Crystal Palace. Always be mine. I'm feeling glad all over. Yes, I'm glad. Glad all over, baby. I'm glad all over, and you're mine. I'm not a Palace fan, but it's such a good anthem. It's a great song, Glad All Over. Great tune. Crystal Palace are the 2025 FA Cup winners. Glad all over, yes, I'm glad.
The FA Cup, it's a fantastic moment for Crystal Palace. It's incredible not just to win, it's beat Man City.
Gareth Southgate and Boy Hodgson there applauding.
Long overdue, you look round and you see the excitement, the joy of the fans. This is what it's all about. This is what the FA Cup's all about.
There's nothing like that feeling. Sorry, Glenn.
Kevin De Bruyne has played his final for
For so long,
Man City.
pressure going into it, and you're just like,
Wow.
go the game, don't make a mistake.
Well, Crystal Palace have won a cup. Newcastle have won a cup. Now, it's down to Manchester United to win the cup. And that will finish off a pretty decent season of, well, for us, because we've seen Liverpool and Manchester City both lose cup finals. Can Manchester United beat Spurs in the Europa League final on Wednesday? We'll find out. Right, the next stream on the channel is tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is the final day of the Bundesliga try, and it's a big game. It's FC Köln against FC Kaiserslautern, and this is a game with massive consequences. It's a big game because if FC Köln win, they will be promoted to the Bundesliga with Hamburger SV. And if Hamburger SV fail to win their game and FC Köln win, FC Köln will be the champions of the Bundesliga too. Now, the other thing is, if FC Köln do not win, if FC Köln lose and results below don't go their way, they could drop to third. So it is an enormous game for Köln. So make sure you join me for that. Now, the European qualification just been confirmed here. Crystal Palace will earn the Europa League place, plus the team finishing 6th in the Premier League as it stands. 8th place would be a European spot if Chelsea win the UEFA Conference League and finish 6th or 7th. 10 Premier League teams could still qualify for Europe. So there's going to be... Well, Chelsea should win the Conference League, so there should be a minimum of 8 teams. So we could have like 9 or 10 teams in the European competitions. It's a ridiculous season. But well done to Crystal Palace, and they fully deserve that. We're going to finish off here. Thank you very much indeed. But for one last time, the winners of the 2025 Emirates FA Cup, Crystal Palace! Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.